Let us now work on handling answer options. And I would like to admit this is one of the most confusing lecture. So you should be very much focused to understand this entire logic. So as I mentioned, it is one of the confusing lecture, but still you do not have to worry because step by step I am going to break all the concept and I will be explaining you and I am going to go very slow. So now here inside this question I am having four options and for each option we are having index number. Why? Because this is nothing but our array and inside array each element will be having index number and also inside this API we have given correct answer and whatever answer is correct we have given that index number and index is nothing but zero based. So here, as soon as I click on one of the option, what I want to do, I just want to do four things. Let me write here. I will come to options. Below this, I will be writing the steps. Okay. As soon as I click on button, this is what it should be happening. First, I want to give different background colors for my correct answer and wrong answer. Second, what I want to do, I just want to update my points. Updating points. So if the answer is correct, whatever point we have given, that point has to be updated. If the answer is wrong, I do not want to update my points. But this will happen only when I click on the answer option. And third, I just want to update number of questions I have completed and also my progress bar has to be increased. Then finally, fourth, our next button has to be displayed. All these four steps will be happening as soon as I click on the answer. And why I have not mentioned timer? Because timer will be starting as soon as we start the quiz. So that is the reason timer will not be rendered in this case. Timer will already be started. But as soon as I click on the answer, I will be having this four steps. First, background will be changed for correct answer and wrong answer. I will be having the number for number of questions completed and also my progress bar will be changed. Then I will be updating my points and finally I'm just going to render my next button. So in this case, what we are doing, again we are rendering our screen. Based on the answer we are selecting, we are updating our screen. So again, inside app.js, I'm going to create one state variable. I will give the variable as answer. And initially, we will not be having any answer. So here, we will give the value null. Why? Because inside this answer, we can have 0, 1, 2 or 3. So any one of the number we can hold. But initially, we are not having any value. So here, I will be assigning it to null. So once we give any state variable inside this, we have to destructure. Here I will be writing answer. Okay, that's it. Do not get confused. We are going to go very slow. But now, if you see here, this answer options are available inside this options.js. But now, I want to get access to this answer inside option.js. And whenever I click on this button, what I want to do, I want to dispatch new action. And once I click on any one of the option, that index has to be stored inside our answer state. So here inside this option.js, we should get access to this answer as well as we should get access to this dispatch. So these two things we are going to pass as a prop to this question component. And now if you see here, we are passing multiple props, but in future lecture, we are going to see better solution for this. But let me just pass the prop dispatch, which will be equal to this dispatch. And then I will be writing answer prop, which will be having access to my answer prop. This dispatch I am passing from here, and this answer, whatever initial value I have passed here, same value will be assigned to this answer. Now, once I pass the prop, I have to accept the prop inside question.js. Copy, and here I will be pasting. Then again, I'm just going to write answer. Now again, I should be having access to this dispatch and answer inside this options.js. So again, this dispatch and answer, I will be passing as a prop to this options. So here I will be writing dispatch is equal to dispatch. Then I will write here answer, which will be equal to this answer. Okay, successfully. Now this option got access to this dispatch function as well as answer. Now next I have to accept this prop. I will copy, come to this options.js. Here I will be writing dispatch and then I'm just going to write answer. Now successfully I got access to dispatch and answer inside this option.js. Now what I will do, as soon as I click on button, I'm just going to trigger action. So whenever I click on this button, what I want to do, I just want to dispatch action. So here I will be passing it as a value. I'm going to write dispatch. Inside this, I will be passing action. Type is nothing but I will give here new answer. So as soon as I click on this button, what I want to do, inside my reducer function, I'm going to create the case. Now I will come inside app.js. Below this case, I will be writing case. Then here I will be writing new answer. Inside this, what I want to do, let me just write here. First, I just want to copy my entire state. Then simply, I just want to update my answer property. Now, what answer property I should be giving? Whatever index we are having for these values, that index number has to be passed inside that answer. So now the question is, how do we get access to this index number? Because we are looping through map method. So first time it will be holding value let, second time it will be holding var, third time it will be holding const, and fourth time it will be holding this one. So first 0th index, first index, second index and third index. Now I just want to get access to this index number. So what we can do, inside this map method, we can pass second argument, that is nothing but index. You can give any name. So now inside this action, I'm just going to pass payload. And for this payload, I'm just going to assign index. So first time it will hold 0, second time it will hold 1, third time it will hold 2, and fourth time it will hold third index. But now when this index will be assigned, as soon as I click on the button, this action will be triggered. Then I am going to come inside this app.js, and here first I have copied my entire state, and what I want to do, I just want to update my answer property. So here I will be writing action.payload because now my payload is having access to the index number. So that is the reason new value of answer will be that index number of option. Below this, let me log answer. Here I will be writing answer. Save it. Initially what we have given null. Let me come here. Let me just check the spelling. I will just change the spelling from here. Answer. Be very careful with the spellings. Now refresh this. Before that, let me inspect. Now you can see initially we got null. Why? Because when we displayed answer, initial value is null. So that is the reason I got null. I will click on start quiz. My status will be updated, and at this point also my answer is null. But here, as soon as I click on any one of the option, my answer value is updated and I got the index as 2. Why I got 2? Because this is 0, this is 1 and this is 2. So that is the reason I am able to access this index. And how we are getting this index? By passing second argument inside callback function of our map method. Now here I will click on this keys. For this we are having index 0. For reference we are having index 1. For state we have index 2. And for props we are having index 3. And now how I am getting this index? because inside this option, as soon as I click on this button, I am triggering this action with the type new answer and payload index. And inside app.js, I have passed the case new answer. I have copied my entire state, and inside this answer, I am just updating my payload value. And also you have to write the default case here. Here I will write default. If nothing is there, simply I'm just going to return my state. Again I will refresh. Initially it will be null. Only when I click on this, my answer value will be updated. But now let us work on our first step, that is, once our answer is correct, I have to give different background color for wrong answer and correct answer. So here this is our button. Inside this we have given this class. Now this entire class I will be wrapping inside template literal. So now here we have class. I'm just going to enter into JavaScript mode, and here I will be writing template literal. And inside this, now conditionally I'm going to check for the condition, and accordingly I will be displaying correct and wrong class. Now here inside this I'm just going to write the index. So first time index will be 0, second time index will be 1, third time index will be 2, and fourth time index will be 3. So now here I'm just going to check if my index is equal to from this object. Let me just write here quiz question. From this object I just want to access this correct answer property. If this is equal to this quiz question dot correct answer, so if this condition is true, if this entire condition is true, here I will be writing correct colon, I'm just going to display wrong. Okay, first let us see what happens. Now you can see without even clicking my correct answer is displayed. So definitely we have a problem. Let me just refresh. Without even clicking on this, I am able to display this correct and wrong answers. But here let us see what happened. So in total I am having 0, 1, 2 and 3. Okay, these are the index number for all my 4 options. So here now my correct answer is 2. Here I will be writing correct answer, that is nothing but 2. And here as soon as I click on the third option, for third option my index will be 2. So 2 will be given. This will be equal to, the condition will be checked, and this quiz question is nothing but object. Inside that object we are having this correct answer property. And from that, if this value is getting matched with this value, then our condition is true. Once our condition is true, we are going to display this class. If the condition is false, we are going to display this wrong class. But now the problem is, I will refresh, click on this. Without even clicking on this option, I am able to get this background colors. So here what happens, inside this quiz question, we will have access to this first object. Why? Because here inside this app.js, we have given index 0, and while passing this, we have only accessed first object from our array. So this quiz question will be our first object. Let me just copy first object, and here I will be pasting and I will comment. So now our quiz question is nothing but first object. So first time using map method, this button is looped. Index will be 0. Quiz question dot correct answer, that is 0. Yes, the condition is true. So whatever class I am having, that will be displayed. Second time again it will loop. Now index is 1. The condition fails. 1 is equal to 0. The condition fails. Wrong class will be displayed. Now index value is 2. 2 is equal to 0. Condition fails. Again wrong class will be displayed. Then 3 is equal to 0. The condition fails, and I will be having this wrong. So each and every time what we are doing, we are just displaying the background color based on correct and wrong answer. But I want to display that different background color only when I have clicked on the button, only when I am having answer. So what we can do, we can just check for the condition. So here below this, I will be creating one variable. Here I will write the variable has answered is equal to, here I will write answer is not equal to null. Now here I'm just going to log this has answered, save it, come here, refresh this one. Now you can see as soon as I click on this, initially I am having false. Now let us understand how we got false. Inside this app.js, for this answer, we have assigned the value null. So initially, we are not having any answer. So that is the reason I have given null. And here I am checking if answer is not null. If it is not null, which means we have given some answer. Why? Because as soon as we click on the button, using this payload, we are passing the index and that index will be updated in our state variable answer. So here we are checking if answer is not null, which means we are having answer. If answer is equal to null, which means we are not having any answer. Now initially my answer is null, so that is the reason I got false. Because null is not equal to null, the condition fails and false will be assigned to this variable. So now here I'm just going to copy this variable and here I will be pasting, and now we are using nested ternary operator. So for this has answered, if it is true, this entire condition will be checked. If this is false, then I do not want to display anything. So initially it will be false because we are not going to have any answer. So else part, nothing will be displayed. But as soon as I click on the button, I will be having the answer. Now it becomes true. Why? Because now my answer is not equal to null. It becomes true. Now here first condition will be checked. And after that it is going to check if my index is equal to this quiz correct answer. If it is yes, correct class will be applied. If it is wrong, wrong class will be applied. Now I'll come here. Now you can see initially it is false. Why? Because we are not having any answer. And initially our answer is also null. But here, as soon as I click on this, you can see now for that answer, my value is updated and has answered variable is also updated to true. Once it is updated to true, only then I am having this colors displayed. Let me refresh again. Come here. Now you can see initially nothing happens. But as soon as I click on this, successfully I am able to display the answer as well as I am able to update my has answered variable. But again when I click on this, I will be able to click on the buttons. So what I will do, if I am having the answer, then I do not want to click again. I just want to disable all the buttons. I'll come here. So for this button, I will be adding this disable property is equal to, inside that I'm just going to write here has answered. Why I am passing this variable? Using this we are checking if we have answer or not. If we have answer, then this condition becomes true. So once we have the answer, we do not want to click again. So that is the reason inside this disable we are passing this has answered. If it is equal to null, that means we are not having any answer. So during that time, we can click on the options. I'll come here, refresh this, click on this button. Successfully, background colors are applied. And now if you see here, my cursor style is changed. Again, when I try to click, I will not be able to click. Why? Because now it is disabled. And how it is disabled? Because here we are checking, using this condition, we are checking if we are having answer or not. Now as soon as I click on that, answer is having some value. Answer is not equal to null. Yes, it is. So this button will be disabled. I completely understand this is very confusing part, but I have tried my level best to simplify this process and explain you each and every concept. But still, if you're having doubt or if you need some time, give time to yourself. Watch the video 2-3 times. Even after watching 2-3 times, if you're having doubt, you can comment your doubts so that I can help you with clarifying your doubts. So successfully we have completed our first step.